back to our channel.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video and choosing to spend some time with us.
Yes, we appreciate it, guys. We appreciate you following our content and joining in the conversation.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to us. If you don't know, Queen Beloved is a Christian channel. We make and share faith-based content. We are on YouTube and on Instagram. Please feel free to follow us and subscribe on both platforms.
Yeah.
We hope that our content will help you in starting in your walk with Christ or growing in your walk with Christ.
Amen.
Even if you're not particularly Christian, just hang out with us and see if you can learn a thing or two.
Yeah, hang out with us, engage with us on the relevant topic. It's not specific to say if you are Christian, then if you're non-Christian, it's not for you. It's for everyone. We are very inclusive. Yeah. All right. So, guys, coming into today's topic, it's one that we are very passionate about. The topic for today is anything that you want to change can be changed.
Yes.
Which I think already in itself is such a powerful title, right? Yeah. And we kind of have a backstory to how this video idea came about, but it was your ndaba, so you must share it.
It was my ndaba. We were sort of going through the same thing, and we just happened to talk about it. So sometimes in life, guys, you get stuck in a rut and you're just like, every time I clean, and then what's the point? And then yeah, but all of those things, you just feel like there's nothing that I can do about my life, about things that I want to change. And it's not true, but it's so easy to get stuck there. So we're talking, no, Zane.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
I felt like I was just watching too much TV.
Yeah,
I was
like,
unproductive.
Girl, I've moved to I've created a space that is my office.
Yeah.
I'm working from my desk. I stay there and I'm productive. And I was just like, oh, okay. So Manja, why am I not doing anything? I'm just complaining about like the state of my life.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let's say we're saying this to each other, like they will build this,
and then we'll randomly WhatsApp each other those states, those sayings, and then if like you get a WhatsApp that says something, you must move. Yeah,
guys, I don't know what to mean. Nothing changes nothing.
Yeah. Yo, I've been the queen of sayings this year. That saying stuck with me. Like nothing changes nothing.
And I realized it's exactly that. I don't know what is so difficult about motivating and encouraging yourself to do things that you can do.
Yeah.
But nothing changes nothing changed my life.
Yeah.
Because I was giving a lot of nothing. I was sitting around.
And nothing was changing.
Nothing was changing, even inside me. Never mind the external stuff. Like, I mean, the house is always a mess. But never mind the external stuff. Like with me, I was just despondent. I just felt like, hey, I'm on this hormone treatment. I'm not losing weight. Like, I really got that spark again.
What did you change?
I just changed the way that I am, the outlook that I have. So, if I'm irritated by the fact that the basket is full of washing, it's as simple as that. It's that I have to get up and do it. Yeah. I can't wish away izinto. I can't wish away my weight. I can't wish away my health. If I want to improve on something, I need to do it.
Yeah.
So I started really being intensive in how I approach my vegan diet, in the types of food that I cook. Just putting in an effort in my home. If I want my home to be inviting and soothing and relaxing and contributing to my life, then I need to make those changes.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, yo,
but you actually mentioned something. So there's two things out of what you said that I just want to add on. The first thing is that our areas are different of the things that we want to change. For some people, it could be, your career. Maybe you're looking for a job. You want to change your finances. Like you said, you want to change weight. You want to focus on your health. There's different areas where the slump could kick in. But the second point that I want to comment on what you've just said is that it's amazing that once you've made the change, how it influences or impacts people around you. For example, when I started going to gym last year and I committed to it, I wanted myself and my husband to be active again. He grew up active, right? But he wasn't really training every day or whatever. And the best way to make someone come on a journey with you is to not keep on yapping to them. So when you've decided to eat healthy, you can't go and judge everybody else, say, oh guys, you're eating this, this is bad for you, da 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 da. When people start seeing you do, then it will spark the change. You go through the change, and you go through the influencing of someone else, whether it's someone you live with or family or friends. You instill the change in how you act. And like you were saying, I think it's very easy for people to motivate themselves. The difficult part is the action, and that's what today's video is about, to just give you guys a list of actionable things that you can do that can effect the change.
Absolutely. And it's all up to you. The main point of this video is that it is up to you. You can make the change, you can make those decisions, you can decide when it ends, and you have decided that it ends, then a whole new you begins. And it's amazing how it's like I was saying in the previous video, if you're productive, you only want to be productive. You only want, if the house is clean, you only want everything else to move in that order. And don't take the small things lightly. If the small things are laying heavy on you, then address them. If you do something small and you tick it off your list, you can do the next big thing.
Exactly.
But don't neglect the small things trying to chase the big dreams, because you haven't gotten to the habit of action.
It starts with the small steps. And something, I was chatting to a friend of mine this week, and they were telling me how stressed they were about their job, and they don't like the company that they're in, and they've been in the same job for such a long time. And my question to her was, okay, so where have you applied? And she actually said, I have not. And prior to that, she was saying, oh, but you changed jobs so much and you just got a job. And I said, yeah, because when I decided to start looking for a job, I look for a job. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes, like what she said, wishing things away or wishing change doesn't help you with anything up until you make the action, to change that.
But also, it's back to empowering yourself. Control the things that you can control. I can't control the fact that I am in menopause and having to take medication and it makes me gain weight. I can't control that, but I can control other things. I can control how good a meal I cook and how nutritious it is. I can control how my children relate to their bodies based on what they eat. So all of those things, if you can control it, apply just get it done.
I believe that. So what we've done is we've put together a list of 5 things that you can do that can help you to get into the action part of it. So now we've spoken about the change, we've spoken about why it's important to change, but now we just want to go into practical steps that you can take to now action the change. Okay, so what we've done is we've spoken about the change. We've spoken about how important it is to recognize your need to change. What we want to go into now is a list of what are the action items that you guys can take to make sure that you action the change. Okay, so point number 1.
Okay, so point number 1 is write it down. So the most important thing that Rosanella said to me that day that really sparked it was she has started writing down a list of the things that she wants to stop doing. So it's important to start with the things that you want to stop doing rather than to focus on the things that you want to start doing, because that can be overwhelming. You want to start eating healthy and you're thinking about, can I even afford to buy a cocktail healthy or whatever and all this stuff. If you want to stop eating unhealthy, you want to stop wasting time on TV, you want to stop social media, you want to stop negative talk, you want to stop bad habits, you want to stop speaking down at your children, start by writing the things that you want to stop, because it's easier to deal with them than new things that you have to begin. So that's the first thing that I'm
and I think just in general, there's power in writing things down, because number 1, if you write something down, like you said in our previous video, I can't remember which one, but you made such a good point that when you write things down, it's taking you are conscious in the time that you have taken to write. Writing brings you to the present moment, where it's very easy to just say, oh, I want to do this, but when you sit and you put pen to paper of what is it that you want to do, it's kind of like a journaling writing things down and reflecting on it. But what I love, Mina, about writing things down is that you can page through. And I'm a highlighter girl. I believe in writing and then highlighting. The feeling of marking something off once I've done it, or like you said, the list must not be about things that you want to start, but rather about the things that you want to stop. Once I felt like I was in a space where I was actually watching less and less of TV, it felt so good to highlight it, like to just highlight that. I feel like I'm at a point where I'm happy. I still do watch TV, but it's not as excessive as I used to be. So I think there's just power in writing, really.
But also writing brings you to a point of honesty with yourself, because even the small things that you know that are stopping you from the change that you want to see in your life, like, can you be that day, since that day I've never had Coke. I didn't have Coke ever.
Really? Doesn't?
Wow. And it's a small win, but it reaffirms the capability that I have within me to take control of the things that I once thought ruled my life. And the moment I want to have a Coke, then a Coke must control my thoughts. Ever since the day I haven't had Coke, and it's liberating to scratch that off.
I'm so proud of you, sweet. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Okay, point number 2 is spend time understanding why that area of focus is on your list. I think also once you've written things down, whether you prefer to write down the things that you want to start or the things you want to stop, it's very important to figure out why that exists in your list. For example, if you want to get a car, why do you want to get a car? Do you want to get a car because it is going to be, a source of gaining confidence, or when you meet up with your friends, you also show up with something that's nice or whatever? Or do you want to get a car because you feel like you've worked hard for it, you've saved up your deposits, you want to get to, not using public transport any longer? Why are certain things on your list? And is it things that, like we said, we always say this, is it things that you want because you are comparing, or is it things that you want because you truly believe that, you've worked for it, it's something that you want, it's something, if you want to get a new job, for example, why do you want to get a new job? Do you want to get a new job because you want to work for a company where you are more aligned? Is it only a money thing? And again, if it's just, I understand completely, money is important, but if you only want to move because of money, you'll always then move because of money. I think there needs to be a bigger picture to the jobs that we want to attach ourselves to. But it's just important to take, time to reflect on why something is on your list and why you want something to change. Is it something as simple as I want to spark this change, or I want to start exercising because I know it's gonna make me feel good and put me in the best shape of my life, it just assess sometimes the things that you are wanting to change or want, because certain things are probably very good things about you, but now you just want to change, and you don't put thought into the why.
And it completes the reflection process, because a lot of the times you are thinking through something and you want to do it, but it for me, it almost helps you zone in realistically on the type of change that you want to see in your life. And if you start to think about not the what Bible, but the why more, then you have the motivation, then you're finding reasons around you that are going to help instill and support the thing that you either want to stop or the thing that you either want to start.
And your why will be the biggest driver. So if you want, for example, to change your finances, why? Is it because you want to build a solid financial future for your kids? That is a strong why. And once you've identified your why, you will keep on pushing, because I have a daughter, I have a son, and I really want them to be set up right in life should anything happen to me. That why will push you to put that money aside. It will push you, we, for example, this year with my sisters, we have our Christmas savings, and we've decided that every month we're going to contribute, because why? We want to have a good Christmas. But also the bigger why is we grew up with memorable Christmas memories, and it was nice then because no one was coughing out money. It was just like, guys, it's so nice to be here, so nice to go to Durban, but you don't realize that someone had to pay for it. And if we want our children to have the same warm Christmas feelings, it's important that we sacrifice every single month so that we can make Christmas possible and memorable for our children.
And does it mean it's easy just because we put it down on a list and we've decided to do it? It's hard every single month. Like every single month you just think, why am I doing this again?
Yes.
And then you come back to the fact that the why is why I need to make the transfer now.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Rate the list. So the the biggest sabotage is wanting to do yonke
all at once.
You have this big list, and you want to do it all around. My husband the other day was telling me that he saw something on social media about two people. The one person on the left of the screen is also facing he's facing a flight of stairs, right? But his steps are smaller. And he is like further up the list, right? The stairs, the ladder. And then the person on the right of the screen is also facing a flight of stairs, but his stairs are like this big in between. So he's spending more time trying to figure out how he's gonna get past the first step because it is so big. When the other person has smaller steps and is achieving smaller wins, but is moving further up his ladder. So that's the very same analogy that you need to bring into your life. If you overwhelm yourself, you are sabotaging yourself. There's
even if you start with one change.
Exactly. If you start as small as I just want to drink 1 glass of water a day, if you're not a water drinker, you're not going to drink 3 liters of water a day. You're going to do it for 2 days, and then you're going to be sick and tired of it because you've overwhelmed yourself and you've set a goal that is much bigger than what you have capacity to commit to.
Doesn't this remind? I was talking to Obaba the other day, and he was saying to me when he started it, Jimin, I think he didn't realize how powerful what he said to me. I think
most of the time.
He just like talks. But anyway, he was telling me that when he started at the gym, he signed up and all he did was to walk on the treadmill. Like that's all. He didn't run. He didn't say I want to do 10 kilometers. No. He just started with walking. And on the treadmill. And we always laugh because my dad spent pre-COVID, he spent hours at the gym, right? Like 4 hours or something. My sister says, but he spent such a huge amount of time just going to the gym. But he started with just walking. And Tina, when we go to the gym, we want to. Or even when you start anything, okay, I want to run 5 kilometers and I want to, whatever you can do at that point, just do that, and once you get to a state of being productive and you've trained your body to wake up and whatever, then it will be better. I think when you started training, didn't you just start walking? Remember when you were hectically exercising? So it starts really with the small steps. And like someone, I follow lots of financial pages and they were saying, it's so important that you realize when you save, don't say, but 100 rand, don't say that, because if you put 100 rand in every single month for X amount of years, it's a lot of money, but we already have decided that 100 rand is just not good enough. And we just say, but 100 rand, but you really don't. And then when we don't have money, we say, I'm now no 100 rand. You see, so I think it's very important that you just start wherever that you can,
And also a part of this list, on rating your list, is that, guys, not everything is going to be as equally important and has to be done immediately at the same time. Ezinye izinto are long term. So you need to figure out what is something that I can change right now. It's like at work. What is something that I can do right now that's it's done, it's off my list. And
start with the small tasks first at work.
At work, even if I'm in the middle of a big task and I have some small task come in, is it going to save me time later to do it and get it out of the way at that moment? Yes, it is. If it's going to make me spend more time trying to do it and leave this big task, then I'm not going to do it at that moment because I'm prioritizing. So prioritize. Kona izinto that you need to be realistic about. It's probably a 5-year plan, not a 6-month plan. So try and see in your list what are the small wins that you can get out of the way quicker, instead of trying to save up to buy a car and then in 6 months you're just like,
that is so true. That is so true. And then the last thing that we have is to pray over your list. Guys, I think it's very important, like we said in the previous video, God is not a God of the big things. God is, we always have associated God with the big chunks of life, God, please bless me with a job, or God, my finances are not working, or God. But sometimes we don't go to God as the Bible in I think in the New Testament it says he calls us friends. We are his friends, which means we can come to God about everything. So for me, I think I've made a conscious decision to include God in everything, no matter how small it is. So as simple as saying, Lord, here's my list. Here are the things that I'm not happy with in my life. Certain things I can control, certain things are out of my control, because whatever decisions that maybe our parents made, that you made, has brought you to where you are today. Certain things we can control, some things we can't. Go to God with your list and ask him to be your help. Ask him to, because we don't realize that for wanting God of the big things, there's the small things that he can assist you with. He can literally, God can literally say, wake up, now it's time to wake up. Move away from your slumber, it's time to wake up, it's time to do this. God alerts you with the very, very small things. And when we start to include God and include the Holy Spirit into even the smallest things in our lives, we can make such an incredible change. We just feel like, we need to ask God for the end state, but we don't go to God and ask God for the process. I love that. I love the fact that you said the process. God is also concerned about the process as much as he is about the end state.
And I always think about this, usually at the end of my day. Honest to God, if I start my day with a prayer that says, Lord, make me capable in my job today. Give me ideas, give me efficiency, give me creativity. Help me to get things done. Give my body the strength, give my mind the clarity. I honestly feel like I haven't.
I don't do that, eh?
I don't do that enough.
Oh my God.
I am productive by the time I switch off. Even if I didn't get through the list that I had for the day, but I know that the things that I needed to do, I did them with clarity. I had the creativity, I had the intent, I had the capability. We cannot just run to God and say, give me the promotion. I need to be able to do this job thoroughly and well and intentionally. So be intentional about including God even at just the beginning of your day, just over your job.
Wow. I just open my laptop and I start working.
Now sometimes I do, but I realize the different types of days I have when I've said that prayer and when I haven't. I'm scattered everywhere. I cannot gather my thoughts. I am running after my tasks. But some days I'm just like, where am I getting the strength to do all of these things? And I remember, I prayed for it.
Wow. You see, include God in the small things.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I think we've really spoken about something that I think everyone has gone through. I think it doesn't matter right now whether you're at your peak or at your pit. We've all gone through a time where we feel like there's just certain things that we really, really want to change. And I hope that this video has sparked something in you to initiate the action to change it.
And you know what's the most important way?
I'm signaling to my sister behind because we've spoken about something that she said she wants to change. We've spoken about it. Anyway,
So the thing that you need to realize about the devil is that the enemy will keep repeating the things that he's gotten you with before.
Oh!
So don't be shocked when next year you are in a dump again and you're feeling discouraged again. The devil will keep trying.
Yeah.
So don't be alarmed. When he does go back to your list or start a new list or whatever, don't be shocked.
The devil will catch you sleeping.
Yeah, and if he catches you, start again.
Yes.
Write a list and just say, I know what to do now, because it will always happen. Exercise maybe
like me with exercising, for example. I knew that if I get to 3 days without exercising, it's
over.
I will leave it. Like I will not exercise again. So I would rest and say but when I get to the 3rd day, I'm like no. After the 3rd day, then I'm at a slippery slope. So you are so right. The devil will fight you, but also, as much as we say pray about it, but also guys, as Christians, we love to just say pray about it and then we don't action. So I hope that, you know, you've received this video in the same manner that we are putting it out there to say it's very important, yes, to pray. And then it's also still as important to do. So let's go out there, guys. Let's change what we can change. Whatever you have control over, you have the power to change it. Let's be productive. Let us, you know, be what God said. I want you to prosper and prosper in all things. You know, so let's go out there.
He didn't say, I want you to come to me and tell me you want to prosper.
Yeah.
He said, I want you to prosper.
Yes.
So prosper. Take a hold of that.
Yeah. And so, guys, I think let's engage in the comment section. Tell us, you know, what is it that you guys would want to change? What are you committing to? We've just started a new month. Are you gonna do a challenge for yourself in this month? What changes are you guys going to effect? We'd love to engage with you in the comment section. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Stay blessed. Bye.